Okay, what's going on? This is the part something, call it part 4, part 5. This is the front end build. So we're building the front end of the car. So things to have out and ready, have this parts tree out with the two upper arms, a lower arm. Have the 0.3 millimeter shims, 0.2 millimeter shims, have the two white Delrin balls, have the axles, have these kingpins, have these little washers, retaining washers for the front shock springs, and I believe we're gonna need two of these red shims. I can't quite make out what's in the video, and then also have. I guess we only need two. I pulled out all four, but probably just the two E-clips as well, and then have a handy E-clip tool. Yes, E-clip tool, and also these little. Looks like these are the aluminum uh, knuckles. So have all that stuff out, so you don't have to look for it during your build. All right, let's get started. All right, now that we're getting started, the only other thing I wanted to mention is try to have some sort of E-clip tool. This one may work. I'm not sure if it will, but we'll give it a try. If not, I will manhandle it with my fingers and make it work. Okay, so first thing, let's see what he does.
Hey everyone. We've had a lot of revisions, a lot of updates.
Go ahead and put these in there.
Now that I've got everything kind of sorted where I want to be at, I'm going to, this is a new updated video for the front end. We have new kingpins, new white Delrin balls, which are going to be a running chain, so you don't have to order them. Any Delrin balls you order, starting probably next week, they'll be white. We have the new kingpins, like I said earlier, ZS axles, the ZS 1-2 plate, 1 camber, 2 caster. Anyway, so here, I'm going to put this together. I'm not going to talk much. It's pretty simple, but here we go.
Okay, when you pull these off the tree, you want to make sure if there's any things sticking out. Just this one's pretty good. I think this one had a little extra. Yeah, just probably won't impact the performance, but it's a good habit because when you do the other parts of the car, you want to have these off. Make sure to have everything nice and cleaned up off the car. Okay. I think we're kind of done with this parts tree for the rest of the video. So he's grabbing the arm. This is the bottom of the arm, and he's putting the kingpins in, and yeah, and then he's always using a touch of the Pro Lube everywhere. So these are hard to get in. I need a harder surface to push these into. Do I have anything? Nope. Use a Hobby Wing box. We won't break the box. Okay, just do it with your hand. It's a lot easier. Okay, so those are in. What's he doing next? he has, what is that? Looks like it's like a ball stud washer. Where is it going? And real quick, the arms are labeled, so just don't just put them on however you want. Okay, so he's putting on this plate. However, we don't know what he's using as far as the ball studs. So I guess I gotta grab the ball studs too. So in the CAD file, he's not using any shims. This is the stock one. Granted, in the video, he's using the upgraded one. So let's just confirm what these guys are. These are the big ones. Yeah, 35, 3.5. So for those, and shimming is easy. We can reshim at the end if it does call for the shims. But for now, I'm gonna stick to the CAD file, I guess. I feel like that's been the safer play. So yeah, I won't worry about the shims. But another note I gotta keep track of. And then what's the orientation of this thing? So this has got to be the front. How does the camber plate fit? Let's double check here. Okay, so the 1-2 is like legible in the car's point of view. So you want something like that. It probably only fits one way, but okay. So now we will continue. Let me get those ball studs out. So I guess other people looking to get the car, they kind of know what to expect. So these ball studs feel like you don't need to Loctite them, but just for my peace of mind, you definitely, yeah, there's no, I don't think you need to Loctite these. You do not, but I've kind of been Loctiting everything, and it gives me peace of mind too. And this stuff is very low strength. This is the purple Loctite meant for, oh, it's not even metal, shit. I thought this was a metal on metal. So you really don't need to do it at all. But yeah, I've been using it pretty much everywhere, metal on metal, because it's such a low strength. But you just want to use a little. Never want to use too much. Okay, so I put this in the wrong place. These go here. I guess, so these you do want to Loctite them. I guess my instinct was right. Just a little bit. Yeah, these need shims. We're gonna have to figure out what shims he needs. He doesn't say in the video, so have to Loctite even on there. But I don't think we need it for this. It's not really a moving part in that sense. We need a bunch. Okay. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't know what shims he wants.
On the black ZS plates, use a 3mm flathead for these. The countersinks are a little deeper on these than they are on the red stock ones. So you don't want to use a 4mm. Use a 3 on them.
So he's saying it's a 4mm flathead for the stock ones. Let's confirm. yeah, so. Hey, what's going on? This is a quick little update. So there was a slight mistake in the build video. Wanted to just go over the specifics so nobody else makes that mistake. So if you notice, for some reason, when I was doing the build, the shims did not appear in the camber caster plate. It was just some sort of glitch. I didn't refresh the page or something. Something happened, so they didn't appear. So I repeatedly said, do not put the shims, but you do need shims on the stock 1-2 camber caster plate. And let me show you guys the sizes. Hold on. All right, here's the CAD file. So if we zoom in, so we zoomed in. Let me pull up the part. So yeah, so put a single 0.3 millimeter shim under. Put a single 0.3 millimeter shim under each of the ball studs in the camber caster plate, and you'll be good to go. Please take note of that. Um, the rest of this video is going to continue on, but just make sure you make that correction, and you'll be fine. Let's stick with this. I'll get some flatheads out. I missed that.
Black CS plates use a 3mm flathead for these. The countersinks are a little deeper on these than they are on the red stock ones, so you don't want to use a 4mm. Use a 3 on these.
Okay, this is the issue I was having before when I grabbed it as the wrong screw size. So this is the tool I've been using, Kyosho 1.5. Does not fit in there, but then I tried MIP 1.3. It doesn't really seat in there. I can't tell. That's very strange. See, this one's even worse. Well, 1.3 is the closest I got. 0.9 is going to be too small. Maybe it's like a 1.1. I've never heard of that before. Or 1 flat. Very strange. I'm trying to think like what tool I would need. Because, yeah, definitely won't be a 1.5. I'm going to have to just use this and not shit. It's going into plastic. We're going to strip the screw head. Yeah, there's something up with these screws. They don't line up to the tools. So, I mean, this little Kyosho driver has worked for everything. I mean, that's so strange. Is it like, I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna. This is not good. How do I not have the tools for this, man? I mean, the 1.3 like barely fits. Maybe it's like a standard. I'm using metric tools. I just don't have fucking standard hex tools like that. Okay, let's just be careful. So just keep that in mind. For some reason, it's barely on there. Yeah, I'm just the. It is not seating. The screw is not seating like properly in the tool, so I'm pushing like really hard. Just definitely have to do some research and see. Oops, see, I just skipped one. Hope I didn't mess it up. Okay, that's in there pretty tight. As tight as I feel comfortable getting it with the hardware. What do you have used? It must be some sort of standard variant. I don't know what that size is. Okay. Yeah, shit, I'm gonna be looking for some replacements for those. Maybe the gold ones will be better. Okay, he puts them.
And also, because the arms are now they've been changed or they're actually fixed. So if you have arms that the bottom of the kingpin is perfectly flush with the plastic,
Which
that is
these
the
are.
latest version. So because that's moved the kingpin up a little bit, your stack is going to change. Your shim stack is going to change. So what that's going to be, you're going to have a 1mm on the bottom,
A 1mm.
and you're going to have a 0.3, 0.2, and 0.2 on top of the knuckle.
Those should be the ones. So yeah, I don't really have a way to measure it, but I mean, let's put it up against this line. Yeah, that's the one. These are 1mm red aluminum shims. Bottom of the stack. Okay, he's greasing it up. We'll use like some Kyosho grease, I guess.
Actually, before that, let's go ahead and put the O-rings.
Okay, yeah, he's got the ZS axles, so I don't.
I'll take an O-ring, put it on my finger.
Shouldn't have held it upside down. And yeah, I like using these little syringes. I think they just help. Oops, shouldn't touch that. Helps make dispensing it easier. So then you can get your axles. Okay, let's put the axles in too. So because he has them all together.
And kind of oil or grease on them a little bit.
And he has them pre-built, so we gotta figure out which way they go. This looks like for steering. Are these identical? I think they are. So okay, they just thread in like that. That just doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm missing something. Gotta go to the CAD file. Yeah, they just thread into the side. I'm definitely going to use some generous amount of Loctite on there. Not that generous, but just enough. See if this tool works. Nope. Too big. Okay, that's in there. Okay, that's done. And one's like that, then we'll make the other one the opposite. I don't know if these are aluminum. Maybe these are just Delrin, but Loctited them. That's done. That one wrong. That one goes here.
All right, like I mentioned a minute ago, we're going to put 0.3.
So yeah, that's just some Kyosho yellow grease we're putting there. Yeah, I think I see why he spins it. It's because it gets the grease inside. If you just push it down, it just ends up at the bottom, and you want it inside. I think it helps take out any play, and yeah, it just keeps it that way. And now, what is he doing? Okay, doing shims. What did he say?
0.2s.
0.3. 0.3, and then 2.2s on each side. Point two. And another 0.2. I gotta get one more 0.2 out of the bag. Boom, 0.2. Get one more of these. Okay. So just to recap, there's three shims there. We've got a 0.3, 0.2, 0.2 on top, 0.3, 0.2, 0.2 on top. So it doesn't matter as long as you have that 0.7 millimeters worth of shims. It doesn't really matter the order. Give those a nice push down so you don't lose them. Also, that grease is going to help. They shouldn't come off that easy. So, okay, let's see what's next.
Okay, got that on there. Now we're going to put our arms on. There's an R there. Right side is going to be this side. Then we'll drop a prelude on the holes. And you'll notice it's very, very free now. Before, you had to polish it, so there's no more polishing. And there we go. Very, very, very free. It'll get a little looser as you run the car.
Okay. So then left on the left, and I guess you go here first. Okay. Damn, those are, oh wow, but it's nice and smooth. Those are tough, okay. And then get that oil off, right. Oops. Don't want to lose those shims. Okay. Okay. Boom, so keeping up so far. Oh, okay, now he's doing the... Okay, so now... Okay. Um, so right away, you put one down, leave that flanged side in a way where you want it to hold the spring. If you guys can see that, that's how you want to leave them. And I think the one on top will go upside down to seal it in. Put your spring, and then washer, and then he puts a C-clip to retain it all in. Let's hope the C-clip tool works. Otherwise, we will be doing it the old-fashioned way. Okay, we're back. What's going on? So, this Kyosho E-clip tool is junk and hard to use for these tiny E-clips. It just didn't hold the E-clip like well enough for me to apply the pressure to get it on, but I ended up making it work. About 20-25 minutes of doing the same thing, and I knew eventually it was gonna stick. Also in the video, you'll notice there was like a red shim that was like sitting somewhere here. I think I put it on and it fell out, and I told myself, oh, I'll put it back on later. I never did, and I realized that after I got an E-clip on, so that was nice. Did all the hard work and realized I gotta take off the E-clip to put the shim that belongs right there back on. So just something to keep in mind. And yeah, I feel everything else in the build went smooth. So yeah, this is an easy build. Hope this helps anyone. There's not really any tips and tricks. The one thing, if you're doing this with the stock, I do not have any shims in there now. That may or may not change under these little ball studs. So we will, do some research, see what shims are needed. This is not the zero slot plate. These are the stock knuckle, stock axles, and everything. I probably will eventually get the zero slot knuckles, axles, and the whole shebang. But for right now, this is what we're working with. And yeah, hopefully everything's gonna come out good. So just finish the front end build, and we'll continue on. So here's kind of what I have so far. I guess it's gonna lay something like that. So I skipped the steering just because I didn't feel like doing the turnbuckles and tie rods. Those are always a pain in the butt. Getting to the exact length, but maybe it won't be too bad. But anyways, here's where we're at right now.